Hello, hello, welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me. If you've been here before, welcome back. So glad to have you. I do updates on how I'm going with my Wegovy weight loss journey, and my name is Alison. This video, I will be giving you updates for week 25, 26, 27, and 28. And that actually brings me to 6 months on Wegovy. I had to go back and actually count the weeks to 100% make sure it was correct. But I had my first injection on the 10th of September. So it's 100% correct. These weeks bring me into 6 months. So let's get straight in and see how I've been going. Week 25 is Friday, the 28th of February through until Thursday, the 6th of March. And my starting weight was 75 kilos and my end weight was 74.6 kilos. So that was a loss of 0.4, and that brought me to a total loss of 11.5 kilos. If you tuned into my last update, which was my previous 4 weeks, I was crazy ecstatic about the milestone that I had reached throughout those weeks. And so you can, if you have watched that video and you're watching this video now, you will understand how amazing I am feeling when I've reached that 11.5 kilos, because I really am moving well and truly past that 10 kilo goal, which was my ultimate goal. And it just gives me that little bit extra confidence and, feeling good that I'm not going to slip back under that 10 kilos, which I will admit, I had that little bit of anxiety. I was so proud of myself that I had reached that milestone, but I was also a little bit scared that it was all a big joke and that someone was playing a joke on my scales and that it would creep back under. And of course, that's not true. I am working hard, and so is the medication, and it's working, which is really great and why I feel amazing. So, through, as I said, week 25, brought me to a total loss of 11.5 kilos. Now, I am still on the 1 milligram dose for week 25, and previous week 24, I had gotten a script of some anti-nausea medication because of how I'd been feeling since being on 1 milligram. It really has knocked me around a little bit, and it was really starting to bum me out that I would be worried when we're going to events, or we have someone's birthday on or something special on, that I would feel terrible and that it would have a bout of nausea while we're out. So I asked to get that script, and I did. And during this week, we went to the races in Sydney, and I did feel a little bit nauseous. So I was able to take one of the little wafers, and it did work. I felt so much better. But one thing that I feel like I haven't talked about for quite some time is how and where I am feeling with alcohol. And for anyone who hasn't listened to my previous videos, where, especially my earlier videos, where when I first started my journey, sorry, I'm such a fidget, I really love to have a drink of wine. Uh, Still love a beer and things like that as well, but I really loved to have a drink of wine. And once I started on Wegovy, it just switched off. It was nearly like it was part of the food noise. It just switched off, and I did not have that interest in drinking. And I think I went, oh gosh, I'd be guessing. I'd have to go back and look at my previous videos, but might have been 8 weeks or 6 weeks without drinking at all. And then I slowly introduced, having a couple of drinks, those sorts of things. So we went to the races, which in the past I would have probably absolutely got myself sloshed, especially on wine and out in the sun and at the races. But I didn't. I had, I think, those tiny little glasses of wine that they serve you at those venues, like when you go and see a concert that were like those tiny, tiny little glasses. I think I had maybe 2 of those, and I think I had 1 or 2 beers. It was like 3 or 4 drinks for the whole day. I can't believe it. And I just did not have the want to have it. And there, I have throughout, what are we on week 25? In these later weeks, maybe in the later teens weeks, I did have a few times where I did have a few more drinks. I'm definitely a lightweight now. It's crazy. Lightweight. That's a great pun. Not intended. Not intended. Not lightweight. Lightweight regarding how much I can drink. Sorry, laughing at my own jokes. Yeah, I'm a lightweight. I have to be a little bit more careful. I'll usually, rather than going straight to having wine, I might have a beer or 2 first and then have wine because, yeah, I just get too drunk too quickly. And it's actually one of the biggest things that I wonder how much it's going to change when I make decisions on what I'm going to do when I believe when I make the decision not to take Wegovy anymore. I believe that is probably the decision I will make at some point down the track. We'll talk about that, down the track. I'm very interested to see how that's going to affect me and how much is habit changing of how much I drink or how much is specifically related to the Wegovy medication, the GLP-1, and how it changes the receptors and different things that it does. I'm not any expert. I'm probably saying that wrong, but you understand what I'm saying. So anyway, that's week 25. Drinking less, went to the races, drank less, still had really great weight loss by the end. 11.
Hi, Editing Al here. If you are finding my content of value, could you just go ahead and hit that subscribe button? It helps get it out to other people that enjoy similar content. And I would just like to say thanks to my existing subscribers. I really appreciate you. Back to the video. And this is Gary.
So then we go into week 26. Now, this is the big, well, not necessarily the big one to do with weight loss, but this is the big one. This is my 6 months. So this was from Friday the 7th of March through to Thursday the 13th of March. Now, I took my first dose on the 10th of September. So the 10th of March is 6 months, if you count it in months wise and not use weeks to work out your months. That is 6 months. So let's get into it. We started off at 74.6 kilos. I ended up at 75. So I didn't lose any weight. My loss was 0. So in the end, the total for week 26 at my 6 months is 11.1 kilos. So if anyone wants to work out where I'm at and how that's gone for 6 months, I'm sitting at 11.1 kilos for 6 months. And I am so happy with that because, yeah, I just think that's amazing. I feel great. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Now, I did take a little video. I get a little bit shy about showing, I don't know why, but showing like full videos of myself and my clothes and things, or when I do feel comfortable, I forget to record it. So I quickly did a video, which I will insert, and it was just my jeans that I probably have wore for maybe the last 2 winter seasons here in Australia, and they are just too big. Like, they're lovely to wear at home now. They're really comfy because, you're not walking around a lot at home, and they're just a bit baggy and just comfy for sitting on the lounge. But I definitely can't wear them out like I normally would. And I remember when I was putting them on at winter, they're stretch jeans. So as you know, you have a little bit more room into, have the stomach push them out a bit further, or have the butt push them out a bit further. So they're stretch, but they were tight. Like, they were really tight. I could be comfy, but if we went out and I, had a lot to drink and a lot to eat, I was happy to get them off at the end of the night. So the video, I hope, shows you how it's gone from they've been like really tight, even though they're stretched jeans, to being loose And yeah, it's really amazing. So we'll get into the next week once I insert that video, and we'll go into the next week. Hi there, I'm just taking a quick video to insert in here so you can see how my jeans sizing is going. I don't know if I can pop this maybe down here and then still be. Let's see. So, but basically my jeans, they're just humongous. Really good, you can see, like, basically, you know, you can see, so that's what's happened. And my arms, which might be a bit difficult to tell on there, but they're reduced in size heaps. I hope you enjoyed that funny little video of me, my jeans showing off. Okay, so we're moving into week 27. This is Friday the 14th of March through to Thursday the 20th of March. My starting weight was 75 kilos and my end weight was 73. 2 kilos, 2 bloody kilos, 13.1 kilos. Don't I wish that that was in the last week so I could say that in 6 months I'd hit the 13. But anyway, I'm just being silly. 13.1 kilos. Freaking hell. It was only a few weeks back that I was like dying, literally dying that I'd reached my 10 kilo goal. And here I am hitting 13.1 kilos. Wow. I don't even know what to say. I think I was in shock. I rang my daughter, I rang my mom. I was so excited. It was amazing. And yeah, I'm a little bit lost for words because it was amazing feeling. So we'll get into week 28. Week 28, Friday the 21st of March through to Thursday the 27th of March. My starting weight was 73 kilos and my end weight was 72.5. So another half a kilo. Wow. This took me to a total loss of 13.6 kilos. Unbelievable. Unbelievable where the last sort of 6 to 8 weeks went, because I remember going through that horrible stage where I was hitting a plateau. I wasn't moving. I trusted in it. I didn't give up. I wasn't going to give up, but it's still, you just want to always see those numbers moving. But regardless, I didn't give up. And look at this, 13.6 kilos. I couldn't be happier. Honestly, I really couldn't. Well, actually, I could be happier because now I've got clothes that I can't wear. And I don't want to spend money right now with the way things are. I'm trying to save and not spend. Plus, I'm still moving in my weight. So I don't want to go out and buy clothes and be silly and then, have them either I put a little bit of weight back on in the end and they don't fit me that way, or I keep losing weight and they don't fit me that way. Anyway, I'm not complaining. I'm just being silly. I am very happy and I don't care that my clothes are too big. I will make it work. So that's a great way really to finish up this video at 13.6 kilos. I just want to say thank you so much for those who have been following me along with my weight loss journey for 6 months. I can't believe that. I can't believe that actually means that does that mean I've been doing YouTube for longer than 6 months? Wow, okay, I need to look that up. I didn't realize it had been that long. But quickly as well, I've done a little poster. I know I like to do funny little things, but my goal is to hit 100 subscribers. I'm currently at 86 subscribers. So if you have been following along or you're interested in what I'm talking about, you want to hear more, please, when you get a sec, just swipe and hit the like and hit the subscribe, because it really helps my channel and it helps it get out to other people that are interested in the same subjects. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I look forward to the next update. Let's hope it keeps going in the right direction. Thanks for being here and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.